So this is again a very interesting data. Again, I want to show it to you, right? This is the job listings in one part of the world. Let's assume this is India. And there were around 21,11,000 jobs published for low skill. When I say low skill, I'll say freshers, right? You just graduated from MBA school and or engineer, and then you are looking for a job advertisements, right? So around say 21 lakhs jobs were published. Middle skill, let's assume it is for people who are say 5 to 7 years of work ex and have done their MBA and so on and so forth. Then there are high skill, which is they are very specialist guys, like a AI engineer or a software Java developer kind of thing, and then or very senior people, right? Either of the two. And finally, overall jobs. So assuming there were 1 crore jobs which were posted on portals last year, out of them, 94 lakh jobs, and this is very interesting, 77 lakh jobs, right? Which is around 82% job descriptions had a requirement that what digital skills do you have? Okay, and if you really see, it was across all levels, right? Even if you were a fresher, in my time when I graduated, people used to ask me, do you know Excel? And now people are going to ask you, whether you are a media professional, that do you know digital marketing? Do you know AI and ML? So that is what people are going to ask you, right? So even if you are at the first level, which is 77% of the jobs, they don't write in their job description that I want a fresher who's done his MBA from XYZ school or has been an engineer, but they ask you for a question, and I'm sure Samir and his team and Welingkar is offering that opportunity to you to learn a lot of digital skills in this course as well. But 77% of those requirements had a ask of digital experience or digital learning that you have. And even at a high skill level, right, when you become a CEO or when you become a senior manager, the same number kept on increasing. So this is a very important data that it's a universal requirement, right? It's not like, it's like now saying, do you know English? People used to ask, in the job descriptions that fluent at this language, right? Now people, it will happen in the future that fluent at digital marketing, right? There will be a basic requirement. And this is very important for, all of you who are thinking of taking an MBA course, that what is the career for me? The career is very, very bright. And at the same time, you need to learn some of these skills as well. Right. So this is a very important side. I thought I'll share some data with you.
Sure.
And just adding to that, right? Why should I do all this, right? Because you'll get paid more, right? This is just a number from UK. People who didn't have digital at the junior most level had a different package of 14%, right? So for example, that if you are getting a package of 10 lakh rupees and you have some digital skills at the fresher level, and if you have some digital skills, I will pay you 11.4 lakh rupees. But see the graph as it moves forward, right? If you move ahead, the difference is 33%, right? Now, that is because digital is not about one time. You need to keep on constantly learning, right? And just on the last slide, sorry, Samir, the last.
No, sorry. No, this one I think you should explain how just the input of digital is changing the entire remuneration,
Yeah, so broadly, so if you really see, there is again the low skill, middle skill, high skill, and all jobs, right? Low skill is basically saying that people are normally freshers. Again, middle skill is 5 to 7 years. And high skill is people who have 15 or 20 years of experience or a very specialist. Just by knowing a few, so let's take an example to Samir sir's question that if you are applying for a marketing job and you understand 4 P's of marketing, right? The question would be that, do you know digital marketing? If you know digital marketing along with the concepts of marketing, then you obviously will be paid 14% minimum higher. There would be some roles which would be purely digital marketing roles, but assuming you apply as a marketing officer for a wire company, after doing your course, or you apply for a marketing manager in say Sony, if you understand digital, they will say, boss, I will give him 15% more premium at a fresher level. Okay, while you hone it, right? So very, very important from a media perspective, right? Which is why we are here. I just wanted to show one data, right? 53% of the internet users watch videos on YouTube on a monthly basis. And there have been 72% people who watch videos. Now think from a media and entertainment perspective, right? You are you are into a movie business, but you need to understand how YouTube works. Okay, so if you put a trailer on a TV and you put a trailer on YouTube, you need to understand how a trailer in YouTube is looked at and how a trailer in a TV is looked at. So, for example, I'm for students, right? There was a movie called Kalank, right? Just to give you one example. And Kalank, they had 4 names before the first thing came, that AJ Nadyawala, Karan Johar, 4 people present, Kalank, and the movie started. By the time the 4th production house name came, 60% of the YouTube users had logged off to watch the trailer itself. Now this is something that if you're digitally aligned, even in media, you would say that, and there was another movie, and because I'm putting a movie because I think a lot of students are there, there was another movie, Johnny Lever movie, I don't remember the name, Dhamal or something like that. They started with a trailer of Johnny Lever on YouTube, and they had some 500 million, 100 million likes in just 2 days. It's a skill that you'll have to understand, that even if you are in this business, right, how do you use some of these platforms to actually grow yourself, and from a video perspective, right, most WhatsApp initially started as a messaging app, but now 50% of the audiences use WhatsApp to watch videos. So the point I'm making is having digital skills, even in media and entertainment industry, gives a high differential for you to start with. And you have to keep learning, right? And that is why the percentage keeps on growing up, right? So 33% is a very big gap. If I am a 15 years experienced person and Samir sir is also 15 years experience, but Samir sir has got more digital skills than me. If I'm making 100 rupees, he's making 133 rupees. Now that is a very, very big difference, or the same level of experience, right? Yes. So I would strongly suggest that, this is something that this course would offer you, something that, future courses will have as inculcated in your programs as well, right? So very important again. And this is pure data, right? This is not my number. This is pure data.